Hello everybody, welcome to my video about the Black Death, also known as the bubonic plague. The Black Death was the world's biggest pandemic ever. It was spread across Eurasia in between the years 1346 to 1353. It was known as the most devastating pandemic to ever occur, killing an estimated 50 to 60% of the European population, which is only an estimate, as there is no true established number of deaths. The estimate ranges from 70 to 200 million people dead. This varies geographically, as the deaths were different for each region. In locations such as Italy and Spain, it must have killed around 70 to 80% of their entire population, whilst in England and Germany, it was only around 20%. The bacterium was a Yersinia pestis, and was most likely spread by fleas on the back of black rats, which traveled on ships, causing the immense spread of the plague. This plague was the second pandemic in history and the first major European outbreak. Symptoms of the plague were most popularly the buboes on the armpit and groin, which oozed out pus and blood. Eventually, these would grow to the size of an apple or egg, which would spread out to form black marks and pigmentation on fingers and arms. If this happened and was noticed by others, it was said that you were going to die without fail, which medically is incorrect, as when the buboes discharge, there is in fact a chance of recovery. However, this was led by the vomiting of blood and intense fevers. The bacterium was so intense that when victims died, as soon as 2 to 7 days after the initial infection. This is what made the virus truly dubbed as the Black Death, since as soon as one was infected, everyone knew their fate: death. The widely known reason for the massive spread of the bubonic plague is mainly due to the filth of the streets in that time period, where animals of all sorts roamed the streets with human parasites present within or outside of those animals, making a pandemic bound to occur eventually, which was actually the case with the Black Death. Many people of that time period thought that the Black Death was due to the bad air quality. And some people, such as the King of France, said that this bad air quality was in fact caused by the heavens. However, researchers and modern historians do not believe this for a second, as in 1898, Paul-Louis Simond discovered that the Y. pestis, discovered in 1865 after an outbreak similar to the Black Plague occurred in China and India, was indeed spread by fleas, dependent on resistant and non-resistant rodents, which each kept the bacteria endemic and alive, and spread the pathogen respectively. The bacterium caused fleas to become very aggressive and starved, as when they bit into their many feeding zones, they would regurgitate the pathogen into their feeding sites. As soon as the second population of rodents, the non-resistant ones, started dying, the fleas also infected humans, kickstarting the most devastating pandemic of all time. The bubonic plague led to very important medical discoveries and strategies, especially the quarantine, which started in Ragusa, Croatia. This strategy is even used today. This was crucial to stopping the spread and the deaths related to the pandemic. The modern plague theory was truly confirmed when the DNA of the Y. pestis was found in a dental pulp in a cadaver from a grave at the time of the pandemic. The plague also helped regularize hygiene in the 19th century, making the world, especially Europe, a cleaner place. Additionally, due to the large death tolls, European labor became more scarce, and so people were paid better, had better quality meals which were cleaner, and they started a new economic phase in Europe compared to the very linear structure or hierarchy. This was crucial, as many more people started to have better hygiene due to this, which could prevent a plague such as this one. Anyways, that's the background, symptoms, causes, and aftermath of the bubonic plague, which haunted and devastated Eurasia for several years. Thank you so much for watching.